telling you for a couple of weeks now. Everybody's got a price. She had her price, and you got your price. Everybody's got a price for me, the $1 Million Man.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I see you, my beautiful mind. How are you? Happy weekend, happy weekend. And yes, happy vlogs. Happy weekend to you as well. Hello again to you. Yes, happy vlogs. And this is going to be another short live. As you, as you can see in my thumbnail, it says toot toot tootie goodbye. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I am not one for losing revenue of any type. Trust and believe, because unless you are a million or billionaire, times are hard for many of us, and I know times are hard for me. And for those of you that have taken time out to listen to some of the conversations I have with Dr. Newsom every Sunday, and this is my plug, everyone, the Late Night Word with Dr. Newsom, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. We talk about a lot of things in reference to spirituality and references to certain scriptures in the Bible, and we talk about certain things that we go through, and I am extremely transparent. As a matter of fact, last week we were talking about being late on bills, and I would look at late bills and not read the fine print and come in and hit the switch and nothing comes on. So again, nobody, nobody, well, again, unless you're mega wealthy or your spouse or partner is holding it down when you're down, and that's another topic altogether, but it's just hard out there. So again, it's always good to have a backup plan. Absolutely, yes. Happy vlogs, because I want to be happy too. Hey there, Ideal. How are you? So this is for you, sir. And you know who I'm talking about. I was in your chat last night trying my best to reason with you and have you to understand why it appeared as though you got, and either you were pretending or you really didn't understand. No matter how much you may want to, and you really should know this, especially with your high school friend being who he is and wanting to protect his brand. Certain things you cannot just take and run with without researching. And yes, people can retract, but sometimes it's better to get in front of things and make sure before you put things out. Now, I'm going to assume because of how you feel about a certain individual, you didn't do that. And you kept saying you were tricked. Remember, I kept saying to you, with the people that heard that jacket, that terrible jacket that was put out there, how is it that you were the only one tricked? I asked you that, and you came up with, and again, I cannot say if this is what you really believe in your head or not. I'm not in your head. That three black men allegedly conspired to get you. Now, in the Bible, and I'm not going churchy on you all, but it does speak about the ego and being haughty. And sometimes when we fall into that trap, bad things happen. Bad things happen. And you have to take accountability. Yes, you retracted that, but what about all of the things in the past? Remember, remember, it was you. It was you that said you knew that I was working with Skinny and Mondo behind the scenes. And at that time, there was no communication at all. I haven't communicated with Mondo and I don't know how long. I'm not even in that man's chat. So if you're on a troll account or if anybody else is on a troll account, you don't see me. You see me in Skinny's chat and you see me donate. Absolutely. And let me bring this back up again. The problem he and I had years ago started because of something that I brought to him. Again, I was new, extremely green, and certain people don't like certain things. Did it have to go to the level it went to? Absolutely not. But again, you have to remember, if a person stays out of something, then 9 times out of 10, there would be no reason for something to escalate. So I had to take accountability. Yes, I went through things, but again, had it not being for me bringing something to that situation, that would have never occurred. Now, everybody else that jumped on the bandwagon, I can't speak for them. I can only take accountability for my actions and the result of those actions. I've said that many, many times. I'm saying it again. You kept pushing that, I'll just say, tall tale about my entanglement with a particular content creator. Most of us knew that wasn't true. I believe deep down inside of you, you knew that wasn't true, but you kept saying it every opportunity. And I asked you several times to stop doing that back to last year. So this has been building up for a while. So again, I don't know if this apparent action that is taking place, as you can see with the strike that is in the thumbnail or portrayed by the thumbnail, can be reversed. But if it cannot, you have no one to blame but yourself, because people have asked you to stop doing things. And if you just let things alone like people asked you to do, maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't have found yourself in this situation. Now, understand you feel like it's on YouTube. I can do and say what I want to say. Well, some people may not agree with that, and there are certain individuals who they don't like their content to be used. And for those of us that have been around for a while, we know not to do that, no matter how much we may want to. It has proven time and time again to cause problems for other people. So again, logically, it's just, and I said this, it's hard for me to believe that someone would accept as a play that a jacket be placed on them. Also, it was hard for me to believe that you were the only one, and there are a lot of people that don't particularly care for the person that had the jacket put on them, but you were the only one that came up. Now, yes, somebody else, unfortunately, yeah, but you didn't stop by just sharing something. You added to it, and there was no alleged or anything. And that's the part that you left out. And that, in my opinion, is a pattern with you. You forget intricate details. In one of your titles, and I have to find it. Actually, I don't. You know what was said, and I know what was said. You said, the lupus lady is more upset at me than what was done or said about me. You knew what was said, but in your anger, you brought it back up. And again, in my opinion, that's a pattern that you have when it comes to women, when they go against what you say, or you feel as though they've gone against what you've said, they automatically are called names. The B word, the C word, you talked about my illness. As a matter of fact, one of your supporters, and everybody has a right to say what they want to say, mentioned all of my trolling that I forget exactly what was typed because I laughed at it and even said good night to a person when I left your chat. I think his name is Jay Jamirez, stated something to the effect that with all of my trolling, I won't be around soon because of the lupus or something other like that. I already know this, and I mentioned that when I disclosed that I'm in stage 3B kidney disease. So that that doesn't bother me. I'm still working. I'm still smiling. As a matter of fact, let me just show this just real quick. And that's not from a YouTube check. So, unlike some people, this is really entertainment for me. I don't get ads and what every now and then, but I give it right back when I do my giveaways. As simple as that. Most of my giveaways come out of my own pocket, and those people who have been recipients of that, they know that. I mean, it's obvious. So it, it, it it really, really doesn't matter. I go out and do what I want to do still. That's why I always say live life as if the next minute you won't be able to anymore. So Jay Jamiris, that little comment that you made, it's really apropos because you talked about or alluded to the time I may have left when it looks like there might be just 7 days left on your boy's channel. So again, I've watched people who have put their mouth on me in a negative way. Things that have happened, and I've said nothing. You need to be careful because you don't know, again, what my walk is and how strong my faith and my connection is with the higher power. I might be gone in the next minute. Who knows? I may not. You never know what can happen in life. So, again, please be careful. And to you, coach, in the future, please, before you carry something, make sure the source is reputable. And if it's something that can really damage and harm someone's reputation or the reputation of family members, it would probably be wise, really wise, just to leave it alone. Yeah, that's all I had to say. Oh, no, there's one more thing I had to say. Hey there, Hitman, how are you? It was one more thing I had to say. And yes, this is being petty, but sometimes we bring things on ourselves. And the great tune of Ray Charles, Hit the Road, Jack.